Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there?
Fair. Alright, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we need to put our detective hats on and work out where they're gonna be. So these people are circled. So Kim Walker, Improv Club. Rebecca Allen, Car Club. Chuck Brody, Athletics Club. And Williams, Car Club. Isn't Brody the person we thought was doing the killing? So why would you be circled? How does this work? Oh. Flu for 4. Local doctor Kim Walker recommends all locals get their flu shot ASAP. Flu season is upon us. 84 is no different to any other year. Make sure you are protected. So, Kim Walker at the hospital. Big wheel breaks free, 15 injured. Who is to blame? Gans Creek Harvest. Big wheel break free. Okay, not sure about that. Marriage announcement. We would like to celebrate the marriage of Kim Walker and Pete Stein. Police have today finally put an end to a long-run car thieving crime syndicate. The informant who asked to remain anonymous will hereafter be referred to as RA. Rebecca Allen. Pull it down a little bit. Maybe build this up a little bit. Justice for Festival victims. Investigators blame 2 engineers who were contracted from the local power station. Lead engineer Ant Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett. New staff. Okay. Yep, because he used to be from the power station. Tragedy struck us yesterday afternoon after a bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. The deceased have been identified as Gallows Creek locals. Mr. D. Rudd, Mr. M. Horton, Mr. P. Stein, and Mrs. K. Stein, and Mrs. J. Mildred. Okay, so she's dead. Kim Walker's already dead. So we can cross her off the list. And Brody can be crossed off off the list because, like, he's the person we think's the killer. Trailer for sale. I'm sick of being a local celebrity. People are so mean to me. I only saw a few cars. Who cares? Buy a new one. I'm selling my trailer and leaving town ASAP. I just want to get out of here. Please buy it. Oh, that sounds like Rebecca Allen's left town. Do you care about health and safety? Good, then come down to the yearly convention. Lead engineer responsible for the Gallows Creek Harvest Festival disaster. Oh, well, it sounds like, yeah, lead engineer. Okay, so looks like Aunt Williams is responsible. Police informant, Tower. Yep, it's her. Rebecca Allen, here. Local 24 gas station bought by local ex-lottery winner. Christine's Gas and Repair has been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. The new owner claims he'll keep you busy on an evening. He's asked to remain anonymous. Local legend takes to Manhattan. Infamous author of tell-all book, Diary of a Car Thief, moves to Gallows Creek for a new life in the big city. She stole our cars and then she stole our time and money, said our reviewer Jim Randy last year. So she's gone to Manhattan, so she's not here. Sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. Are they still working at the power station? Contracted in from the local power station. She is the trailer park. The gas station's owned by someone who owns the who won the lottery. So I would say Aunt Williams is at the power station. But then why would he put it on here? Been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. The new owner claims he'll keep you busy on an evening. He's asked to remain anonymous. 14 years ago. We're buying him some lottery tickets. Hopefully he gets lucky. Well, this would be 14 years ago. I think Chuck Brody owns the gas station. Keep busy on an evening. So I think that's how it goes. Okay, so I think this is how it goes. As far as I know, Chuck Brody's the one we were reckoning as the killer. But they bought a gas station from winning the lottery to help with his disability from the Big Wheel Harvest Festival disaster. Kim was a doctor. She married a man named Peter Stein, and then they both died in a bus accident. And Rebecca Allen was part of a crime syndicate, and then she was like an informant or something, and then she got a trailer, but then left her for Manhattan because they wouldn't leave her alone. And Williams is responsible for the Big Wheel disaster, which disabled, injured Chuck Brody in the first place. And he works at the power station. So who's he going after? He's going after Ann Williams at the power station. And where is that? Oh, there's the power station. Okay. So I think we've got this.
How's it going?
I'll ask for her help, just in case.
It's not going well. I could use some help.
What's happening to the audio? Okay, let's load up. Oh, the audio's still going crazy. Good job, I saved.
How's it going?
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people. We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
But I'm confused about Chuck Brody, though. Why would you circle yourself? Is this to throw the scent off? But you're disabled, you wouldn't be the caretaker, would you? Okay, I'm confused.
I'm good now. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem. How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
Maybe we should ask Phil.
Actually, give me a bit longer.
Like, I'm pretty sure I've got it, but let's see what
How's it going?
she says.
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right?
It's
And
gotta
4
be
people.
Ann Williams.
We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this. Try grouping the notes by who they're about. You could
Yeah, I've
also
already
have a
done
look
that.
at the dates and make a timeline. Maybe that will help rule out potential targets first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem. How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
I think it's Aunt Williams.
Aunt Williams.
And where will I find them?
Power station.
The power station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment. Forrest, I'm through to the power plant, but they say there isn't anyone by that name there.
What?
What? Then who? Jesus!
It sounds like something blew up.
The gas
Using
station.
bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board. One moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me. I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
What?
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy.
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
I spoke to the fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And, the hospital's only ambulance was at the gas station. Forrest, you've got to say something on the radio. You have to tell the town. I'm putting us back on air. Now.
Gallows Creek. I don't know how to tell you this, but, the gas station's been bombed.
Please, everyone, stay safe, stay inside, and... Oh, just bring us into some music, Forrest.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream. Here comes one of my favorites.
Okay, that made no sense.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Fine.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Key? Oh. Basement storage. Oh, here?
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Oh, here?
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me.
Oh, his name's Clive. Okay.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful for it. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death... Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Okay.
This looks useful.
4 a.m. a call was received from a jogger, and Miss Sandra Sharp was reporting that her body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrow. Contacted the coroner's office and the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
So we'll look for fan. Ah,
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline,
A new vinyl for my collection.
each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek, drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst, and I can. I don't know. Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that.
And that's why they were killed.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything, Forrest?
I think there's gotta be more down here. I need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right, then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Great, so we're not done with this creepy place. Oh. Okay, how does it open? I don't know if that's going to be useful at all. How have I not found all those apes? I followed all those maps. Didn't I? Yeah, I played that one, right? Did we play this one?
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Now this has to be important.
That recording. Shut it off.
So they made Virginia lie?
What have you found, Forrest?
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded the doctor, Dr. Sullivan, to stop recording.
Dr. Sullivan. Wait, Virginia Sullivan? She was her caller from earlier.
Well, then our caller was involved in a conspiracy around this boy's death. We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know, and I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia? Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step. Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really. How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
It's our job.
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. Time to turn the music off.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
No, it's Forrest.
Bunker, hey, it's the radio man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
I can't blame you. I'd be jumpy too.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please.
You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
He's not.
We thought so too, but
You don't understand. All those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them. And we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
All right, but before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah, we need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
All right, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Yeah, let's put her up.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
Oh, you got my number. But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest.
Of course. Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
I mean, you found the body. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's okay, Sandra. We know.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
I do.
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
Who was it?
Sandra? Who was he?
He said if I told everyone I found the kid in the reservoir instead of the river, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
Shit.
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better. You truly did great, Forrest.
Well, folks, if anyone out there has
River.
any thoughts on what's going on tonight,
This river?
please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
So possibly around this area.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening tonight, but I wondered if you could send a special birthday message to my uncle.
Okay, sure.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you would like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my god damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at just...
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller. Ponty.
Ponty's Pizza
Oh.
always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay? Forrest?
I hope the whistling man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry. That was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Also, it's 4 a.m. Why is he, like, bothering to spam his pizza messages at this time of night?
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream, with me, Forrest Nash. Who, may I say, is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don. I bet I know why you're calling. I'm sorry I didn't play your song. There's a lot going on. But please?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you in danger?
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
You have a key?
Don't you have a key to get in?
Only for the apartment door. The front gate requires an entry code. The future is electronic, I guess. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the townsfolk and the trailer park, but I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
A dog? A neighbor's dog?
Is that a neighbor's dog?
Yes, it is.
We know where
Boy, I
she
wish he'd
is!
muzzle that thing and and now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any. This man. He's coming down the street. Let him be easy to get. Voice, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
Your neighbor's name.
What's your neighbor's name?
I don't know my neighbors, remember? Please, I need to get in.
Security system? Because he's listening to music, he's not gonna hear her.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's keypads, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Starling Security 4000, huh?
That's right. Very newly installed. I need the key code before the whistling man gets me.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Trailer
Thank
park
you,
with side
Forrest.
apartments.
I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment.
Actually, let's give her her song, right?
A classic back by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah, well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Well, what about...
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside apartments, and somewhere, Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
Yeah, but what about the neighbor with the dog? We know this neighbor with the dog. They called in. Great.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if there is a failure state.
Locked. For now.
Oh. What door was it then? Ah. Oh, so it wouldn't really be something you'd hide. You'd think it'd be around. Oh, maybe in the drawers? Did I check in these? Probably. Like it wouldn't be in here, would it? Oh.
Starling 4000. User manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Okay. Please change these codes immediately to prevent unwanted entry. Maintenance core code. Alarm test. Alarm test deactivation code. Entry code. Okay.
$189.16.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
Nothing except the manual.
All right. Well, I'll get Dom back on the line then, Forrest. I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks, Peggy.
Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I'm so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Or would she need the deactivation code? Sure, the entry is enough. 715914.
The code is 715914.
Thank you, Forrest.
Forrest, what did we do?
Dawn's the killer?
I don't know, actually. Guess we'll find out.
Forrest, there's another call coming in.
Evening caller, you're live on.
This is the person with the dog.
Forrest.
Roller Ricky.
The psycho's somewhere in the roller rink, dude. I just saw a shadow. God damn, how do you even get in?
Roller
Gotta
rink.
help me, man.
Oh.
Maxine, no! Come back! I can't find my rifle, man. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie! 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 You didn't do anything wrong!
We screwed up. I knew it was Roller Ricky, but I couldn't remember his name.
Thanks again, Forrest.
Oh, God, poor Ricky.
Okay, Gallows Creek, here's some music while we process what just happened.
What is this mystery song?
189.16.
We majorly screwed up.
What song should I play?
So, the whistling man is a woman?
I know. I can't believe it.
She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
Yeah, she seemed pretty normal.
Why do you think she requested that song?
I have no idea. Oh, to get me outside, right? Why though?
To get me outside?
Maybe, but how? She didn't know the song was outside to start with.
That's right. She never actually attacked me out there.
So? What now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement.
Fine. Why though?
Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you.
Yeah, we're neighbors. Look out for each other.
We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn.
Yeah, it could be a fake name.
This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.